Ghost scars. They set sails in the moments, catching you in a state like dormant, hidden betwixt the crooked like cronies, the convoluted moments, the aches like cakes, sweet and tender until you own it. But until that period, stay driven in the lonely, stricken in the ventricular, then sorted like particulars in the torment, the ghost scars, just when you think you're free, smitten in the vision, smitten with the vision, placement of target, unwilling in the confines of consolement. But there you are. Hello everyone, welcome back to Poetry Journal Podcast. I am your host, Alex Murder. What you just heard there is just a piece of the quote that we want to speak about today. I'll tell you all about it. So much I want to speak on today with this piece, and then another something else. Been an eventful weekend, so thought I'd share that as well. But yes, without further ado, that was a piece of the quote. So let me just read the whole thing, and then I'll go through I'll unpack it and let you know my inspiration behind it, and what was the driving force specifically. Okay, here we go. Ghost cars. They set sails in the moments, catch you in a state like dormant, hidden betwixt the crooked like cronies, the convoluted moments, spread aches like cakes, sweet and tender until you own it. But until that period, staying driven in the lonely, stricken in the ventricular, then solid like particulars in the torment, like ghost scars, just when you think you're free, smitten with the vision, placement of target, unwilling in the confines of consolement, but there you are. What's your occupation? To be in many places like a scar, trying to placate, mute on silent, to be in the crevices of the telling, there you are, synonymous with the path. Sometimes I would think, what would I be without the sensibilities, where I could speak ill of me, then beg to wait as I pause on the pivotal. They come with a vengeance, screw-faced and harsh like Seminoles, mold on runaway. Once I get through this long day, mold on recovery. Though if it means the death of me, never asking you to stay. Now I'm sure the last two lines is almost like an hint of where I'm probably going with this, but just a few words. So questions, what is your philosophy on loss? I guess that's more like a general question, but let's get specific with that. What I mean is, how do you get over losing someone close to you? In this case, we're talking love. Are you a person that loves hard when you do love? Do you care to feel? Or is it simply like a 9 to 5, like, responsibilities? It's just a duty to, a duty to your lover, and you take your responsibilities serious, like, or if it all means something and you feel everything. Just wondering, just a thought. I think the reason why I ask these questions is almost, I feel like these are like ingredients that cultivates what this piece is speaking about. What do I mean? When it's real, meaning you're a person that loves hard and it's real to you and you care, then some way, somehow, the results are that, things fell apart, and results are that you heartbroken, break up, whatnot, the whole shebang. You know what I mean? What are the results of that? Well, we're all, I would think, understand when I say you're left with scars. Or specifically in my interpretation, ghost scars. Speaking to the more intangible factors of life. And what I mean by that is more my take on this piece. In terms of like, the mentions that I would describe and talk about, it's almost like these are like almost bullet points to the experience, speaking to the experiences that I've been through, in a sense. But how real they are when I guess it's almost like an acknowledgement to how real it was when it was real, if that makes sense. Speaking to, the time period, the real time period, how real it was to me. I can honestly say that we've been in this, I think everybody that listens, if you're a grown adult, you've probably been in this situation at least once in your life. And if you haven't, questions. Are you living or are you surviving? Pause on that one. I would say to an extent, as a man, this might sound a bit weird, but it's like a rite of passage to have your heart drenched in sadness due to heartbreak. Now, it's a little bit dramatic, that statement, but don't forget, I am a poet, so that's my excuse. So I had a thought that led me. I had a thought or inkling of memory from the past, and that led me back to the archives, I would say, to a bigger picture of things that, or happenings from from relationships in the past. And that's what I mean by when I say archives, meaning memories. At this point in my life, I can pretty much laugh about everything that I've kind of been through when it comes to relationships, love, heartbreak, etc., even the most painful parts. And that's a positive thing, because they say those are the greatest indicators that you've come out the other end, where you're unscathed in a sense, or not necessarily unscathed, but you've kind of healed. You kind of healed from your situation, and you understand it. You see it for what it is, and that's fine. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it's good with you. And that's pretty much how I feel about it. However, I still respect the journey. And, I'm still the type of person that I still get inspired by some of these memories to almost, pick them apart, or almost splitting hairs in a sense to, I'm a thinker, so it's not a hard thing for me to split hairs. But in this sense, it's almost like it's I find inspirations in the little innuendos, the subliminals, the pockets, the crevices of memories. I think you get where I'm going with this. And sometimes it inspires something like what we're speaking about right now, which I named Ghost Scars. And in this piece, it's like, as I mentioned, it's almost like, we're just really literally just going through memories, going through emotions, or literally emotions of the past, of memories, of situations, of loss, feeling like you lost something great. And I'm sure everybody can attest to this, where it's almost like you lose something, you feel like you lose something so great, it's almost like if that person's alive but they're not to you, in a sense. That's kind of like my take on it. But yeah, and so speaking on these things now, it's just it's easy for me, and I see it, I'm kind of like, I'm no longer locked or closed away from it. It's almost like I'm over it, so it's just fodder, I can sense, for creativity. And I hope everybody can relate. I hope everyone can relate to what I'm trying to express in these in this piece, etc., etc. So as always welcome to reach out and share your thoughts. I think the best place, or the most easiest place to reach out to me is Instagram. I'd say try to reach out on Instagram. That's Poetry Journal, at Poetry Journal. That's P-O-3 T-R-Y-J-O-U-R-N-A-L. Poetry Journal. Or I'll make sure I leave the links in the description. Or on one of my main sites is dreamimagine.express. I am very busy on there as well. Those are the two main sites that I stay consistently busy on, or like I stay listening or watching. So would love to hear what people's got to say, and their feedback on whether it's just the art or their experience in terms of what I'm speaking about, etc. Okay, to the next segment. This the one thing, the other thing I wanted to kind of speak about was what happened last night. Last night I had another performance. Last night. It was a open mic, and it was firstly, shout out to, I keep coming, I must say this was the first place I went to when I first started performing poetry. This was Grow Hackney. If you're in London, you should go and check out Grow Hackney. Search for them online. Pretty cool place, artist centric, artist-based location where, you know, this is a place where a lot of artists turn up. Whether you're talking poets, you're talking musicians of different, you know, a variety of different tools, skill sets. This is a great place, a great location. So I would say if you're in London, or even if you're visiting from a foreign country, you should definitely and you're close by to central London, I'd say you give Grow a visit. Now, the one day I would recommend to give them a visit is I think it's the first week of the first Sunday of every month. The first Sunday of every month. This is when they have their open mic, and you know, it's such a great venue that for artists, and you know what we're talking about, open mic performances, that you have people from different places in the UK that actually come to visit. Coincidentally, even last night I was speaking to these two ladies from Ireland. Now I'm not saying they you know came to London specifically for that, but you know, it's just like, it's a small world when you have people from so many different locations that, you know, make such an effort, and they, you know, for some reason they end up there. But I have noticed other people as well, that, you know, people like from Manchester, which is like, if you're not from London, you know, that's a place that's like a different city in London. That's a different city in England, in the UK. Yeah, so you know, it went well. Had a warm reception from the crowd. The crowd was really was great. Yeah, they really showed me love, and you know, if anybody's listening from that was you know, around last night when I was performing, yeah, I appreciate the crowd for sure. So thanks to all of them, all that good stuff. And it's the one thing I've noticed is just like, you know, I've pretty much spent last year performing and just honing my skills. I'm sure I've kind of mentioned that. And the one thing I've noticed, which I didn't really I wasn't really privy to before, maybe because I wasn't really going out there as much as I should, but there's such a community when it comes to artists, for one, but musicians, and even wordsmith as I am, you know, even rappers. I've met so many great people, so many great talent out there, and yeah, it's a privilege to just meet so many different people, but it's so cool. And you know what, in the future I'm hoping to I've networked a lot the past couple of weeks, so I'm hoping to have some of these talents to come by and, you know, have a chat, and perhaps have a recording, video recordings, so everyone can really perhaps pick their brain and just get their philosophy on, and their DNA on what inspires them, what make them do what they do, what make them keep going, you know, to what make them fall in love with what they do so much, with art so much, you know. I think that's an interesting topic, and I would love to. I look forward to having people, artists that I've met, specifically that I've met from like different venues I've been to, even like poetry readings, different things like that. It's been a pleasure, man. I just wanted to share that. And yes, I'm also planning to put more clips, more videos, and I know I've been putting clips of the performances online, but I will put like the full videos from now on. Videos from the past, I'll put those as well, not just the clips. I think I have one up there at the moment from the past that I've done. Like I think this was in the summer. But yes, it was so fun yesterday. And what another thing was, yeah, I had fun. Like that was the main thing for me. Like, you know what, it was great fun, enjoyed it. And I just want to give a shout out to Grow Hackney. They've been showing me love for a long time, so definitely should, I would recommend them for any London or London-based artist that's looking to just hone their skills. It's such a personable crowd. Love artistry, different, disciplines. It's just great. Yeah, so I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody that showed me love, the warm reception that I had. And it's funny because I wasn't even gonna bother bringing anything with me, but I thought to myself, you know what? Because I really just wanted to travel light, but I was just like, you know what? Let's just bring some, just in case anybody was curious, what I put on paper, in a sense, what it looks like, because normally when I go there it's just word of mouth. And I think I took a few copies with me, and before I knew it, once I was finished, well, as soon as I walked through the door, like somebody bought one, and then by the end of the performance, I let everybody know that I actually had a few copies to sell, and before I knew it, give 5 minutes, the rest was gone. So yeah, people just showed me love, and I don't take things like that for granted. So much appreciated, and I love the support that I received from everybody. So yeah, just a good night. We're still on a high from it, and Lord knows what the future. So you have to appreciate these moments as an artist, because things are never as you want them all the time. I'm a person that appreciate the good and the bad, however long they last. So yeah, just in a good place, I suppose. So yeah, just thank everyone for their support and for listening, and just big up to everyone that pay attention to Poetry Journal podcast by Alex Murdoch, and I am your host. Take care, and don't forget to check out Poetry Journal, Growing Pains. That's the book of the week, book for the weekend, the book of the weekend. And yeah, take care, everyone. Have a good until next time. Take care.